Hello and welcome back to Electric Petrolhead. I recently did a video as part of my beginner sort of guide to electric cars on the benefits of electric cars. And there are dozens and dozens of reasons, and I picked about 10 or so and did a quick video on that. If you haven't seen it, just head to my videos page on my channel and you can find it. So what are the downsides of electric cars? Well, I'm going to list them all for you right now. Reason number one, that electric cars suck. Probably should have researched this a bit more. Oh yeah, they're really expensive to buy. But the problem with that is, yes, they are expensive to buy, but the running costs are so much less. And the way I talk about this is, I think a lot of people who are currently driving petrol and diesel cars separate their monthly cost of buying the car, whether you're leasing or financing or, the cash equivalent. So they have that. And then separately, they have the fuel cost. The 100, 150 quid a month they're pumping into the car and then literally burning. And they don't put the two together. So what I highly recommend is, if you're one of these people who are looking at electric cars and seeing them as very expensive, is you need to look at the total cost of ownership of fuel and owning the car. As I keep saying in these videos, if you go with Octopus Energy, not only do you get a 50 quid credit if you use my link in the description, but you will get basically 1 pence per mile motoring out of virtually every electric car if you get all your charging in the 5p a unit range. That's just so cheap. And that massively offsets the increased cost of buying the electric car. So really is not a reason. So I need to try harder with this. Reason number two, the electric cars suck. I can't buy them. The demand is so big that, it's just so hard. Yeah, but even then, the demand is huge, but they're making a lot of electric cars. I'm a massive fan of the VW ID3. Volkswagen, for a few reasons, have kind of saturated the market with these cars. So there are a lot of cars out there ready to buy, and you can probably get a deal on one because the dealers have been almost forced into buying up a lot of stock. So go to your local VW dealer, be brutal and just say, I want the biggest deal you can give me. What is it? And see how you get on. Use websites like Carwell as well. They're going to really help you to make sure you get a good deal. When it comes to Tesla, the most frustrating part of Tesla is the fact that we still can't buy the Model Y in the UK. And the Model 3 we had to wait years to get after the Americans got it. That's completely understandable. But it's not going to be long until the Berlin Gigafactory is going to be online, and then we'll get the Model Y in the UK and the rest of Europe. So yes, the demand is huge, but these issues are becoming smaller and smaller. And I think you'd be surprised how easily you can get an electric car you're interested in. Aha! This is the big one. This is why electric cars really suck. It's going on those long journeys and plugging in and the charger doesn't work, or taking 45 minutes to charge when it would have taken 5 minutes in a car with petrol or diesel. But again, that's not really a reason, is it? The legitimate problem of electric cars is it's not as simple as turning up to a petrol station and plugging in a hose. It is if you get the right type of chargers. The latest chargers from Instavol, Osprey, BP Pulse, all those type of companies are simple. You plug in, you tap your credit card or debit card on the machine, you select CCS or CHAdeMO or whatever charger you have, and you charge up. So that part is simple and it's getting easier. The amount of Petrolhead videos where the thumbnail on YouTube is then plugged into Ecotricity, for example, I just cringe, because they're well known to be the most unreliable company for electric car charging. They're very frustrating. Just have to go on any forum and you will see. But even they are aware, and they're pumping out these newer chargers. So what do I do as an electric car owner who is more than happy to drive all over Europe or all over the country in an electric car? I use ZapMap and a better route planner. Those are the two apps you need, and you soon understand how to use the apps. And if you go to my videos page, you can find explanations on these. I'll put the links in the description. It's really straightforward to use. So that solves the reliability part of electric car charging. The other side is the time. Now the difference here is if I was driving up to Manchester, for example, and I needed fuel in a petrol car, I'd drive up, I'd fill up my car, potentially in 5 minutes, could be longer if I've got a queue. So you do have to queue sometimes for petrol. And then I would drive around and I'd go somewhere and I'd go and get a drink or a sandwich, or maybe if I've got my family with me, would stop and go to a restaurant and have lunch. All of those scenarios change when you have an electric car, and instead of doing it separately, you do it together at the same time. So you park up, you put your car on charge, and then all the time that your car is stationary, it can be charging. So the actual downtime in comparison between the two setups is pretty much zero, because you need to go and fuel yourself. You need to use the facilities. You need to go for a walk. So charge up while you're doing those things. So the actual time difference is not anything really. It's very rare. I think in 35,000 miles of electric car driving, I think we've had a 20-minute wait twice. Really isn't as much as people think it is. So yeah, it's not a downside really. Last point is it's not a level playing field yet. Some chargers are awful, Andy. You've got to realise that. Okay. I appreciate that. I kind of talked about it on the previous one. There are some manufacturers who are not as reliable as others. But if you stick to the ones that YouTubers like me who have done a lot of electric car driving, don't listen to the Petrolhead YouTubers who are blagging an electric car and then slagging it off and slagging off the infrastructure, and they don't even use electric cars. You know, just because you did one long road trip and you had a load of nightmares, which could have been solved with a little bit more understanding and planning, which you get from being an electric car owner, that doesn't mean the infrastructure is awful. Sure, there are parts of the country that are better looked after than others. If you drive into Milton Keynes and you need to find a rapid charger, there is literally a BP Pulse 50 kilowatt rapid charger everywhere. There, pretty much every little car park that is owned by the council, there will be a charger there. So you are fine. And there's the charging hub by the motorway as well. If you go down to Cornwall, it might be a bit harder, but with just a little bit of planning, you would know that there are Instavolt sites in Cornwall and you'll be fine. And then with another bit of planning, you would get a destination charger at the hotel or Airbnb that you are staying at. Again, that makes it simpler. So yes, the playing field is not level. I fully appreciate that. Just have a think about the motivation behind certain people doing YouTube videos. Negativity sells. You know, if I do a video, well, I've seen it. My videos where the 5 things I hate about cars are often more popular than the 5 things I love, because people know the cars are really good. They want to know what's the worst case scenario, and this is what a lot of the Petrolhead people are playing off. They are doing the videos where they go, this sucks, and everyone laughs, sends the videos to all the other people who are cynical about electric cars, and just a false narrative just gets shared more and more. My channel is trying to show people that you can be a petrolhead and now love electric cars, and hopefully I am doing a job of this, and the emails and comments I get seem to say I am. So I'm trying to do an unbiased way. I'm not paid by anyone. I'm just an EV owner, just wanting to share how easy it is from my point of view. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this sort of fun video of the downsides of electric cars. Let me know in the description if there's any other ones I've missed. I'll be more than happy to discuss them with you, or drop me an email. It's completely up to you. And as I said earlier, if you want to get 1p a mile charging, use Octopus Energy, go on their Go or Agile tariffs, grab the 5p a unit charging when you can, or even cheaper on Agile. And you'll love it. It's 50 quid credit if you use my link in the description. So thank you very much for watching. I would love to see you in another video. I would love to have earned your like and subscribe. If I have, please click those buttons and you'll see me on another video. Thanks a lot. Bye.